What's up, everybody? It's your boy Omega K, and welcome to my new YouTube channel where I attempt to take on the Rocksmith 60-day challenge and learn how to play the guitar. Okay, so what is the Rocksmith 60-day challenge? Well, that's a good question. What is Rocksmith, you might ask? Well, it's a video game that came out originally in 2012 from Ubisoft, and it came out during the kind of height of the Guitar Hero and Rock Band video game era. And the difference with this is instead of playing on a cheap plastic pretend guitar, this game actually attempts to teach you how to play a real guitar. Um, which is very scary to somebody who has absolutely zero musical abilities. But since I'm on quarantine and don't really have anything better to do, I figured, why not now? And what is the challenge, you might ask? Well, the makers of the video game claim that if you play this game for 60 minutes a day for 60 days, that at the end of that time, you should be able to play the guitar. No promises to at what level of skill you can play, but that you should be able to play through a couple of your favorite songs. Why are you going to do this? Because I got nothing better to do, honestly. And I've always kind of wanted to play the guitar, but I've always been too afraid to take lessons because I didn't want to be judged by a teacher that knew a whole lot more than I did and just kind of be embarrassed as sucking so bad. This you can do in the privacy of your own home on your own time. And, if you've got a huge ego with an inferiority complex like I do, this is actually a lot more comfortable of an option. But Keith, do you even own a guitar? Well, no, I don't. But I will shortly. I just bought a $100 budget guitar from Amazon the other day, and I'm expecting delivery of that within the next week. Right now, Amazon is saying that it should be delivered on this coming Monday, but we will see, as Amazon has actually been kind of delivering faster than they've been saying lately. So fingers crossed, because once I made the decision to do this, I've actually been anxiously checking my Amazon orders about every 5 minutes to see if there's an update on the shipping or not. Thus far, it's still saying Monday, and I can't wait. I'm actually really excited. All the things that I needed to get this challenge started. One, I needed to buy the game, which I have a PlayStation 4, and I also have a laptop. So there's a variety of ways in which you can play this game. It's on pretty much every system and PC. You can get it for PS4, Xbox, and Windows and Mac machines. So what I did is I bought the game for my PS4, and that was about $20. And then the more I got to thinking about it, I was like, well, I'm not always going to be able to take up the space in the living room where my PlayStation is set up. So I went to see how much it would be for my laptop, and Steam was actually running a sale for like $9.95 or something like that. So I actually got 2 copies of the game for less than $30. So now I have 2 options on how I can access the game and get practice time in, which I think is actually a pretty great deal. I also had to buy a cable. It's called a real tone cable. It's kind of one end, it's a traditional cable for a guitar that fits into the 1/4-inch jack, and then the other is a USB, and it allows you to plug directly into your directly into your laptop or PlayStation, so that the game software can register the notes that you're playing. So all in, I think my total investment in this challenge is about $160, which seems like a lot of money, but if I can stick with it and actually start to develop some talent playing the guitar, I worked it out. It's less than like $250 a day over the course of 60 days, which honestly, I spend that much money on absolutely nothing, whether it's food or whatever, drink soda. I lose that much money in a day and get nothing out of it. I gain nothing. At least with this, it's an investment in myself and a skill, and there's all kinds of benefits of being able to play music in general that I think this is. I think 160 is completely acceptable amount of money to sink into this. Now I just have to stick with it and get my money's worth out of it. That will be the challenge, especially because by all accounts learning a musical instrument is incredibly difficult, and you have to be motivated and driven to push past those plateaus and milestones and difficult moments. My hope is with the video game interface aspect of this learning tool, it kind of push me past the boring parts and the tedious parts and the monotonous parts of learning something by making it more fun and kind of interactive. So that is kind of my hopes here. Over the last couple of days since I ordered the guitar, obviously I've been doing kind of some research on the limitations and the benefits of trying to learn the guitar with the Rocksmith software. And it being the internet, there's about 1 million opinions out there, good and bad, extremely good and extremely bad, because, well, it's the internet, and this is what it is. And I know even with learning music, I've probably got 5 or 6 friends that I know that have all played the guitar. And if I ask them the best way to learn the guitar, they'd probably actually all give me a different answer anyway. So you got to take it all with a grain of salt. But as far as kind of what I've been seeing is, this software will kind of be useful in just kind of like learning how to, obviously handle the guitar and, start learning how to play some notes and some chords and some scales and, eventually, putting it all together to play some songs, like popular songs that, I actually might be interested in and that would be fun to play. And I guess that's the main selling point of this game is it makes this practice fun. One of the major drawbacks that I've seen online about the game is it doesn't teach you a whole lot in the way of music theory. And I guess depending on what your guitar goals may be, if you are looking to be a well-rounded musician, this probably isn't going to get you where you want to go. But I don't currently have any plans to be this like mega musician, singer, songwriter, jammer, whatever. I just want to be able to play a couple songs and say, hey, yeah, I know how to play guitar a little bit. And I think that this software will get me to there. So I have, some realistic expectations as to what I can reasonably expect to see result wise from this game. And honestly, I feel like, if I make it through this 60-day challenge and I find that, this is something that is actually fun and something that I want to keep going, hopefully by then we'll all be out of lockdown and, maybe I can look for a guitar teacher to kind of give me a better foundation and musical education. And if I don't, then I don't have to, so I think, this is going to be fun. It's going to be an experience, and it's probably going to suck at times too. But that's okay, because I'm by myself and nobody can hear me except for my fiance Sarah, and she loves me no matter what. So I can stink up the house all day long and not be too afraid of the judgment I'll get there. So I think going forward, what I plan on doing is I'm going to kind of sit down each morning. This is once the guitar gets here, of course. I'm going to start kind of like record a little video outlining what I want to try to do each day, maybe do like a time lapse of my practice section, and then do a little after practice report, post those daily. And then so the way the software works is it's going to pretty much right off the bat try to be teaching you some simpler songs. So I'm going to try to pick a couple, one or two each week to work on, and then at the end of the week I will do a little like recital for you guys, and and for myself really, so that I can actually hear how it sounds, what I'm doing, see what I'm doing. And on those videos, like anybody that I know that does play a guitar can, critique, maybe some of my technique, or, and then just over the course of the 2 months, hopefully I will see some progression in the ability to play these songs. If I honestly, I feel if I give it the full 60 days and I do as it asks, I think by default I'll be able to play something at some level. Just we'll see where we are at the end of that, and then I'm hoping I really enjoy it and will want to continue to play and practice and learn and involve. But I can't really even begin to know how I'm going to feel about it until that guitar gets here and I start practicing. So that's my plan for the next couple of weeks. If you guys want to follow along on my progress as I journey through this, you could hit subscribe, or if you just like my face, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, give the video a thumbs up, and leave me some positive feedback in the comments, or maybe some tips and tricks on how you learned a musical instrument, or how you really learned anything. If you got little helpful hints, I'd love to see them, and go ahead and drop those in the comment section. Until the guitar gets here next week, I'll see you guys then.